What's up, y'all? This is David Cruz back at it again. Today, we're going to talk about stability. It's these little things that you usually see where everybody has in the corner of their house that they don't know what to do with. All right, I'm going to give you some instructions on a few different types of exercises that you can adopt and either include them in a workout or turn them into a whole workout yourself. I want to talk about, first of all, different sizes. These balls come in different shapes. Well, they're all round, but they all come in different sizes. You're going to see the size when you see it, 65 centimeters. To me, that's my favorite size. It's right in the middle. I'm about 6 feet tall, so for me, that works just fine. Sometimes you'll see them a little bit smaller, 55, or I've even seen them up to like 75, which is crazy. A bit too big for me. I can't really do what I need to on it. And it just doesn't feel right. So 65 is the one that I'm going to be demonstrating with today, and that's the one that I recommend for anybody, my height, or maybe slightly shorter or taller, however. Without further ado, let's get right to it. The first exercise that I'm going to demonstrate on this is, first of all, it's a push-up, which mimics a chest press. I'm going to demonstrate both of them. If you have a set of dumbbells on hand, these are dumbbells. If you have a set of dumbbells on hand, I'm going to show you how to appropriately get on the ball and then get a chest pressed out. The benefits of that are much more than just laying on a bench. One, you're in an unstable surface, so you're obviously going to increase more core temperature. But two, you're also going to engage your glutes and your hamstrings and just make the whole workout count a little bit more than just a normal chest press would on a bench. So first things first, I'm going to put my dumbbells right on my lap, walk out. That was one way to do it. What I did on that one was I added some rotation to it on top. On the top, I was coming up and I rotated and then came back down. On a standard regular chest press that you would normally do with a barbell, you would set it up the same exact way. My head and my shoulder blades are down. I'm gonna open up and come up. All right, if you're just turning this into a body weight where you're just using the stability ball with no other equipment, we're gonna do some chest presses on the stability ball. Hold it down, make sure that you're nice and stable. There's a straight line going right down. Walk out. So the next exercise I'm going to demonstrate is going to be right on the wall. I'm going to set the ball so it's right on my lower back. I'm going to do squats on the ball. Now, because I'm leaning slightly on the ball, I'm not going all the way back. I'm keeping a nice neutral spine. Everything is nice and straight. I want my feet about slightly wider than shoulder width apart where I feel comfortable. From here, I'm gonna sink down. The biggest mistake that I see is that people go down and then like push their butt way back for some reason. I don't know. To me, that just doesn't feel right. It is not correct. What you wanna do is go straight down and come straight up. Always driving through the heels of your foot. So think, heavy heels, light toes. So I'm gonna be right here. I'm sinking down and coming out. Sinking down. The first place you might start to feel it is right in your quads, but no, it's not abnormal for you to feel it in other places where you might be slightly weak. Now, if you wanted to add some weight to this and you wanted to make it a little bit more challenging, I'll grab a dumbbell. Again, set it up. Have the dumbbell close to your body. I like this position, or you can even come here. The closer it is to your body, the safer you are. You don't want it out here, that's for another video. Right in here. Right, that's just an option. Beginning with body weight will do the trick just fine, especially if you're just starting out or you're advanced but you're going for high volume. Now we're going to work our core. With this, make sure that throughout all of these movements, all of them, but more specifically these, that you have you're drawing your belly button, your abs are nice and tight. Pretend like somebody's going to hit you. Nobody's going to put their hands on you, but I'm just saying that you want to make sure that everything's nice and tight and that your line, shoulders, hips, knees, and ankles are all in a perfect line, all right, just so you stay safe. From here, I'm gonna go into a plank. I'm gonna start in a kneeling position. I'm gonna put my forearms down. This is a safe way. You can also come here later, but for right now, I'm gonna come here, lay my chest down, and hold. If you want to add some rotation to that, it's called stirring the soup. You could go into some circles, get a little bit more activation and more work done there. Or just go back and forth. That makes the exercise a little bit more intense. Whenever I go into circles, I usually do maybe 2 or 3 on one side and then keep alternating side to side. But make sure that it's always form over the movement itself, or over speed. I don't want you to go too fast. Whenever working your core, you want to take everything nice and slow, and you want to make it hurt. The next exercise I'm going to show you is an old school goodie, okay? Hand to feet passes, okay? The most important thing about this exercise is that you keep your lower back connected to the ground. That's the most common mistake I see. People start to arch their lower back, and then it kind of disengages the core and just throws your body into a weird alignment. This is one of the exercises you may have seen it done a million times. You don't see it too much these days because nobody really wants to do it no more. They don't want to work that hard. But to get the results you're looking for, you got to put in the work. You got to make it hurt. So I like to start down with my feet. My feet are here hugging the ball. I'm back, my lower back, you can't get in there. I'm gonna come up. 1, 2. So you just did the hand to feet passes. Now, since you're in that position, you could also add windshield wipers to that. This is another move that is good for the core rotation, okay? Again, make sure that your body stays nice and flat on the ground, and make sure that you don't have to go all the way up and down. That's a range of motion issue, flexibility and mobility. That's something that you need to work on. If you do, you're feeling tight like I am, okay? So I only go as far as I can. Make sure that my core is nice and tight when I'm in motion, which is the most important thing. Know your body and be safe. Pull my pants down. All right, we're gonna be here. I'm squeezing the ball, my hands are out, my head is back, and I'm going side to side. Make sure that when you're doing those, a lot of times where I feel it, because I worked out this morning, so I'm really tight on my hip area right now. So it's, even though it's not, I feel it in my core because I'm engaging, exaggerating the contraction, right? But right now I feel it in my hips, feel it in my adductors because I have to squeeze the ball. But most importantly, I'm concentrating on my breathing. Always exhaling into the movement. Inhale, exhale as you go side to side. That's gonna create, whenever you exhale, it creates a further contraction in the core, and you stay a little safer, and you target that area that you're actually doing the exercise for. So, I'm gonna throw another one in there. This is the bonus one. This is for your back, okay? Your back extensions. You're also gonna be working your hamstrings, your glutes at the same time. So, you can't have a nice six-pack with a weak low back. It just don't make no sense. So, on this one, balance is an issue. I'm gonna show you the best I can through camera on how I do it. I like, first things first is that if you're too stiff on the arms, you're gonna notice that you're gonna be way off balance. I want you to use your arms as little shock absorbers to balance yourself out. I'm gonna roll the ball onto my hips. I'm gonna start at my knees. I'm gonna roll on to the ball. Both hands are down. My head is in neutral alignment. Nice straight line. From here, my legs are slightly bent and together, and I'm lifting. With those, I wouldn't recommend doing any weight with them. I'd recommend that you choose a number or that's kind of high, you know, between 15, maybe 20 reps. Or if you want to go up, if you're a little stronger and want to go up above that, that's up to you. Guys, this is for us too. Like, you might have seen that exercise before, I didn't create it. It's something that I adopted to my workouts. It's not always about lifting heavy weights and throwing things around. It's sometimes about taking the time to, you know, to tweak these little movements and attack the little stabilizers and muscles, the little ones that are not required to lift heavy load, but to help us when we're doing movements like that. So on this one for me, like right now, I felt that, even those little bit of reps, all right? So for them guys that are just Monday chest day, Tuesday back day, like, yo, we need this too. So make sure that you don't skip these days. We all got a ball, whether you do it in the gym or you do it at home, make sure you get that work in, all right? Because that's only gonna transfer into the gym floor to really do some serious work out there. All right, that's the stability ball. Again, it's the 65 millimeter ball. That's the one I used today. Choose one that works right for you. If you have any questions, leave a comment below, or let me know what other videos you'd like to see in the future, and I'm doing my best to get back at you. My name is David Cruz. Thank you for letting me work out with you today.